he was kind of up in the air if he was going to come back. And I talked to him the last day. We were cleaning our lockers. And I told him I'm proud of him. Whatever he decides to do, we're going to be behind him. We're going to support him. Obviously, selfishly, we'd love for him to come back and play 10 more seasons. But obviously, we knew that wasn't going to happen. So, but we knew all offseason that he was going to make that decision, whether he wanted to come back and play again or retire. And he decided to hang him up, which for me, as a player, I respect because I know how tough it is and how much he loved the game and how much he poured into it. So, I just, one of the players on our team that I respect, I put tons of respect for just because of how he went about his business every day, came to work, was damn near the first guy in the building every day, was going through all those injuries, never really missed any time while I was here besides maybe my rookie year where he had surgery on his toe. But I remember, he hurt his knee, got surgery and played the next week. So he's a warrior, and you'd like to think he's replaceable, but he's probably irreplaceable.
Dan was asked to point out guys who really made an impression this spring to the guys who said good job. What have you seen from those guys in their development and how can you guys as an offense grow as they continue to mature?
Yeah, I think, those guys they're playmakers on our offense. They're guys that we need, guys that we lean on. So, watching them this spring has been a lot of fun to sit back and watch them do their thing, get better. But yeah, everyone on this team is important. But guys like J-Mo and Jameer getting better. They're still young, so there's still room for improvement for them. And it's awesome to see them grow. Because I was there when they were rookies. I was able to see them when they first got here, and so to see them develop it's been a lot of fun.
Has anybody else caught your idol? This offseason been a little different without y'all having mandatory minicamp. But anybody else on the team, just from watching from afar, just anybody that's been standing out that people might not know about?
That's a good question. I feel like we've had a few guys not practice, but a guy that I'm excited for is Sam Laporta. I feel like his rookie year, obviously everyone knows he did his rookie year, and then last year, I feel like he didn't, he maybe didn't get the amount of targets that he wanted. And I know, he doesn't have to say it, but I know how Laporta feels. I know what it's like when you're a dude and you feel like, you can make more plays for the team and help the team win. Not taking anything from what he did last year. He's a baller, but I can tell this year, he's making plays out there every day. I feel like he's going to have a big year.
When we came in, we saw you and Isaac throwing the ball back and forth. What would you say that relationship has been like so far? Are you looking to mentor him, or how is that growing?
Yeah, Isaac's a good dude. I was able to chat with him, a little bit when he first got here. Had him on my podcast, which was pretty cool. Got to know a little bit more about him. Talked to him throughout that weekend. But Isaac's awesome. I wasn't here for rookie minicamp, so I wasn't able to see, the stuff that he was doing. But just being around him, he sounds like a great dude. Quiet, which I can respect. Wants to work, wants to learn, and is just happy to be here and help the team.
Say whatever it is that's keeping you, I guess, a little bit limited. I'm assuming it's nothing that's long-term issues or.
No, I had a surgery on my knee after the season just to clean some stuff up. So been rehabbing that, but I should be good to go for training camp.
What do you like about Scotty in that room and maybe just John and his offense too, first impressions?
Yeah, Scotty I think it's nice to have Scotty just because we know Scotty from before he was here for his last 2 years, coaching the running backs. So we kind of all built a relationship with him. So to kind of have a guy that understands the players, knows us already, coming in the room is nice. He knows how we did things last year. He knows what it's looking like now. He's able to teach us ways, teach us the offense in the ways that we see it because, we all had this different offense. Not different, but just a different formation and things like that were ingrained in us for the past 3-4 years. So he's able to teach us in ways I feel like, maybe most coaches couldn't because they weren't here with us. So it's nice to have Scotty. He's coached receivers before. He's passionate. He wants to win. And he knows ball, so it's awesome to have him.
2 years ago, it felt like going into the season, a lot of the talk and the goal was the mindset, make the playoffs, and then it became Super Bowl. How has that evolved going into this year, given what you guys have been through the last 2 seasons?
Yeah, I think for us, it's Super Bowl or nothing. At this point, we want to win Super Bowl. That's it. Obviously, you got to make the playoffs to win the Super Bowl, but that's understood by everyone. So we want to win the Super Bowl, plain and simple.
Dan Campbell seems to love the challenge that the schedule presents. How do you look at it as a player?
I love it. More primetime games is something that I love. You play good teams. They want to put you on the big screen. So I think it's a great challenge for us. You know, if we do make the playoffs, getting into the playoffs, playing teams like that, it gets you ready for playoff football. I mean, each week you want to have you want to go get battle tested. I think we're going to get that each and every week this year, which is great. We've got some tough road games, some tough home games. So I'm excited for it. You love going against good teams because, you think you're a good team yourself until you go against a good one and then they challenge you. So we're excited for it. I know Coach Campbell is too. So it's going to be a fun training camp, fun season.
You going to be all ready for training camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from what we've heard from Johnny, it seems like subtle changes in the offense, but going through the classroom work of OTA, seeing what you see on the field, how different is it compared to what you guys have every day?
Yeah, it's a lot of it's the same. You like to keep the same things that you've done well the past 2-3 years. You'd like to keep those kind of similar. Obviously, each coach has their own wrinkles and their own little twist to what they do and what they like. Obviously, we got some different terminology, some different formations, but a lot of the nucleus, I would say, of the offense is still there. But then again, we still got different stuff too. Change stuff up. Johnny Moe had a way of doing things where he was from that worked for him, and he feels like we got guys on this team that can make that work too. If not, maybe switch some things up, make it look even better. So he's been awesome. He's been very receptive. We've been receptive of him, and just be able to have a new face. Have something, new voice, new way of teaching. It's good for us. I think we've been, so accustomed to certain things for so long that you kind of get used to it, and then when something new happens, you're like, oh, it kind of wakes you up and gets you ready. So I think that he's kind of done that for our offense. Definitely woken me up just having to learn new plays, new formations. Because I was so used to the same plays, I didn't have to look at the play. I knew what I had to do without even looking. So. Now I actually got to, study up some plays. But I can't be messing up out there. That's the last thing I want to do. So it's good, though. I think it's good for the offense. It's good for the guys. Coaches, too, they got to be on their toes because it's different formations. So we all got to lock in, but I think it's going to help us in life.